Hello guys. So coming to today's video, let's discuss about subclass Elasmobranchi. So Elasmobranchi, and if you see Elasmobranchi means a flat plate, branchi means gills. So they'll be having the gills in the form of a flat plate, a very thin plate laga untadi. And all the cartilaginous fishes have been included under Elasmobranch. They'll be having the placoid scales will be there, and mouth will be there in the ventral position. They'll be having the heterocircle tail will be there. They'll be having the claspers, and they won't have the air bladder and operculum. So these are the main general characteristics of Elasmobranch. And if you see, the members of this class will be having the plate-like gilled fishes. Like if you have seen here, flat plate and Elasmobranch in the same way. Plate-like gills and fishes we call comes under the subclass Elasmobranchi. And this Elasmobranchi have been originated in Devonian period around 4,000 million years ago, and their number have been flourished completely, and their number have been increased in Jurassic period, and they are still there till date. And all the sharks, skates, and rays like fishes are included under Elasmobranch. These are marine, and they are poikilothermic fishes. Poikilothermic fishes means these kind of fishes, they will generally maintain the temperature based on the external temperatures. Like if you see, outside water body is a bit hot water on an. So these elasmobranchi fishes will also maintain the hot temperature inside of their body. The outside environmental conditions are cool. These fishes also will maintain the cool environmental condition, cool internal temperature. That we call it as poikilotherms or cold-blooded animals and like if you see humans, like we are homeotherms or warm-blooded animals, like whatever the environmental conditions it is outside, we will maintain our constant internal temperature, right? Bite undani, we will maintain our constant temperature. Like we'll be having 98.6. Bite it is even hot undandi, cold undani, but we'll be maintaining our constant. So that's the difference between poikilotherms and homeotherms. So generally, fishes, amphibians, reptiles are poikilotherms. Reptiles, apes and mammals are homeotherms. And they have the endoskeleton, which is cartilaginous, which is made up of calcium carbonate, so hence calcified. And if you see the skin part is very neat, which is covered by the placoid scales, which are dermal in origin. So neatga covered by the tough placoid scales will be there for the purpose of protection. Next slide. These gill slits are 5 to 7 on each side, which are not covered by an operculum. So starting, general characteristics they don't have any kind of operculum for that. And if you come into the jaws, they are well developed, and mouth is ventrally placed, and a spiral valve is present. Coming to the paid fins, pectoral and pelvic fins are present, which are broad, and the caudal fin is generally heterocircle. And coming to the heart, they'll be having two chambered heart, and sinus venosus, conus arteriosus is also present. And they have the RBCs, which are oval and nucleated, and they'll be having a renal portal system, and they'll be having the kidneys, which are mesonephric, and they'll be excreting the urea and ureotelic. And coming to the brain, they'll be having a large olfactory lobes and cerebellum is present, and they have 10 pairs of cranial nerves are present. Coming to the lateral line system, it is very well developed. So this is the general characteristics. Coming to the next slide, and I have already said you air bladder and lungs are absent. They generally have gills and matter. So with the help of gills itself, they'll be undergoing the process of respiration. And they have only internal ears are present. The function is just for the balancing of the fish. And some of the fishes will be having electric organ. Example is torpedo. And this torpedo will generally give a shock like thing to the prey and so that it can capture the prey easily. And some will be having the poisonous sting, So example is tiger. So it will just inject a kind of poisonous thing into the prey so that it will be capturing the prey. And they even have the cloaca, and claspers are generally present in the male, and oviducts are also present in the female, which we also call as Mullerian ducts. Coming to the reproduction, fertilization is internal, development will be direct. No larval stages will be present. They are either oviparous or ovoviviparous. Oviparous, they'll be laying the eggs. Ovoviviparous, eggs will be laid and they'll be hatched in the mother's body, I mean, mother's genital tract itself. Coming to the classification, it has three subclasses: Xenacanthe, Cladosalaci, and Salaci. So I'll just show you the example and few general characteristics about these three subclasses. Coming to the first subclass, Xenacanthe or Pleurocanthodi. So this Xenacanthe are a kind of special group of fossil fishes anamata. They have been derived from the Devonian. So if you see the Xenacanthe fishes are, or Xenacanthus fishes are freshwater forms. Their body will be slender with the presence of dorsal fin will be there, and it will be extending along the body and the tail. So complete body, and it will be extending towards the tail part. That is the dorsal fin, and a diphy-circle tail will be present, which are equally developed. So this is the diphy-circle tail, and epicaudal and hypocaudal rays are equally developed. So this is the epicaudal rays, these are the hypocaudal rays, which are equally developed. And paired fins are generally paddle like. If you see, this is the pectoral fin, pelvic fin. This is the pectoral fin, a paddle like structure laga untadi. Then, and males will be having the claspers along spines and is present on the head. So this is the clasper. Then, and they'll be having 5 gill arches. Notochord will be there, which is present throughout their life. And example is Xenacanthus or Pleurocanthus. So this is the diagram. So this is the clasper, pectoral fin, pelvic fin, eyes, mouth, and this is the dorsal fin. This is the heterocircle, diphy-circle tail. Then this is the clasper. So this is all about the general characteristics and the diagram of Xenocanthe or Pleurocanthodi. Coming to the next subclass, Cladosalaci or Pleuroterigae. So body, if you see, it is elongated body will be there, and it will be having the terminal mouth. If you see this, so this is the terminal mouth is present, and it will be having the elongated body. They'll be having two dorsal fins with broad base. So this is the one dorsal fin, and this is the another dorsal fin behind. It will be having very broad base. And coming to the anal fins are generally absent, and caudal fin is heterocircle internally, but it is homocircle externally. If you see, this is a bit similar, like this and this similar, and homocircle externally, but it will be having the heterocircle internally. So fin rays are scaly developed except at the position of caudal fins. Everywhere it will be having the fin rays. And if you see the fins ఉంటాయి కదా, so it will be having the long things and like very sticky like things. So then we call it as fin rays. So they are generally present in all the fins except the caudal fins. So they'll be having the notochord throughout their life. Jaw suspension is generally amphistylic. Males are without claspers. So previous class, if you see, they have the and the Xenocanthe, if you see, they have the clasper at the head, on the top of the head you have seen. So this Cladosalaci won't be having any kind of claspers. So this is the diagram of Cladosalaci. And see, this is the clasper which is not present in the Cladosalaci. And this is the last subclass, that is Salaci or Eusalaci. So sharks and rays which are having elongated fusiform body will be coming under Salachi. So this is the example of Salachi. They'll be having the paid defense without any median axis will be there. So they'll be having the paid defense. Base of the pectoral fin is constricted. Generally, it is constricted. And tail is mostly heterocircle. So one is longer and one is shorter. And male will be having the claspers. Done. So if you want to elongate the general characteristics, starting మనం ఎలస్మో బ్రాంచ్ లో జనరల్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ చూసాం కదా, యూ కెన్ యాడ్ ఇట్ అప్ హియర్. సో ఇందులో ఐ జస్ట్ గివెన్ యూ ది స్పెసిఫిక్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్. క్లాస్పర్స్ ఉన్నాయా, ఉంటే ఏ పొజిషన్స్ లో ఉన్నాయి, సో బాడీ ఏ వేలో ఉంది, స్పెసిఫిక్ గా ఇచ్చాను. బట్ జనరల్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ మనం అందులో నుంచి కూడా ఇందులో యాడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. దెన్ రిమెంబర్ ది డయాగ్రామ్, ది సబ్ క్లాస్ నేమ్స్. Hope you like the video. Thank you.